Hi, my name is Nema and I'm from South Sudan. I've been in Omaha 4 to 5 years, almost attending Christ Community for 4 years. So I arrived to South Sudan Saturday, and then the next day my dad was killed Sunday. He was assigned as a governor of the whole state when we came, because after Sudan got peace in 2005 between the civil war and Sudan, so then they assigned them, because he was like part of military, they assigned them, so he was a governor and he went back to bring us back. And so this Monday morning, the body was found floating on top of water as him being already killed into many pieces. I was 6 years old. It was, 2006. So right after my dad passed away, everything that my dad has was taken away. So my mom and my four other siblings and me, we have to find a house that we have to stay at. My mom wasn't working. We stayed in a house that was kind of made, but it rained heavily, and then the rain kind of pushed down all the walls, and we have to sleep in water for a couple of days. And then she always just mentioned one word: God never abandoned his own. And then the next day, God actually does provide. And when she got a job, our life started getting better, because then she got a better paid. So she got us a better house and built us a better place. And then our life started improving right there. And then 5 years later, that's when the war broke out, end of 2012. I was in 8th grade. Our home was close to the military base. And so the rebels are trying to reach the military base while the government soldiers are trying to protect that place, because if they invaded the military base, then they won the war. And so our home was close to that place. We have nowhere to run. All we do is just go under the bed. The shooting will start at 4 a.m. We'll stop at 8 a.m. in the morning. So we divide ourselves into the other half remain home cooking within 1-2 window. The other half of us go rush and get water from the river, because there was no tap, there was nothing working. The only place you can go is river, and then we have to walk on dead bodies to go get the water. At that time, they're still shooting. It's just not super intense as it is, and so you don't really care about that part anymore. You're just like, okay, I gotta get home, I gotta get this water, food has to be made, these kids has to eat, and then we push them under the bed. Right after 2 hours. We push the kids under the bed, and then I have to sleep in the middle and between the bed, because that's the only space I have. And a bullet came flying toward my face, and it stood, and then it flipped back, and it flipped to the other part of the roof. And so I thought I was dead, and then I saw the other side of where it has passed, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I'm grateful, I'm alive. So I think one biggest thing, God was a protector. That was the biggest thing I would say during the wartime. And during my time I lost my dad, God was a provider, and he was like a father at that point. He always placed people in my life to fill in all the missing spot for me, and that was something I was super grateful that he always showed up all the time for me. I was in intensive war for 2 months, and so we got there, we came to the capital city, and then from the capital city we moved to Uganda to go to school. And then I stayed in Uganda for the last 5 years. I did my whole high school in Uganda before I came here. End of 2019, 2020, I came here to state. And then the first couple of months, it was really not great being in Omaha at all. The nicest thing about Omaha, it was finding church, definitely. And then I joined the choir, which choir was the biggest, something I'm super grateful for, that I got to meet all of them, all the choir team. They were so welcoming. And so then I found another community that was more of my age in college ministry. And so it was kind of nice to actually have not only people that are kind of mixture, more of my age, not more of my age, but then finding people more of my age and connecting with them a lot more. I think a lot of immigrants, before they come here, they really go through a lot of things in life, where most of the time it's they live life but depending on God, because only God can show up. And most of them really, I think they've been through a lot in life. Everybody have seen the worst. Some of them have seen the darkest part of life, but then it's they see how God worked through all those process. And if you have asked an immigrant, they'll tell you that only God was there for them at the time that they needed somebody. Being willing to actually help immigrant and not trying to assume that they know everything or they understand everything, knowing that they really don't understand the culture and it needs somebody else to teach them more about the culture. It's this is how we do it in America. A lot of people that I talk to, they always say oh yeah, when that neighbor stepped in, it was so helpful. I just didn't know what to do. I was grateful this American person stepped in for me. They showed this and they showed that. Now I know how to live, because somebody was there to actually welcome and show me what things to do and how to do things. So little things, it will make a lot difference.